What happens when years of love, loyalty, and trust are suddenly put to the ultimate test? In today's emotional story, tensions reach a breaking point as Yandy is left heartbroken after confronting Mendeecees over shocking claims involving Erica. Emotions run high, tears are shed, and difficult questions are finally asked face to face. Is this the truth everyone has been waiting for, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? As the confrontation unfolds, Yandy struggles to hold back her emotions while demanding answers from the man she has stood by through countless challenges. Mendeecees finds himself under intense pressure as old rumors, misunderstandings, and unresolved feelings resurface. Every moment becomes more intense, leaving everyone wondering whether this relationship can survive another devastating obstacle. But that's not all. New details begin to emerge that completely change the conversation, raising even more questions about loyalty, trust, and the future of everyone involved. Friends and fans are left divided, with many taking sides while others wait to hear the full story before making any judgments. Was this confrontation inevitable? Can love overcome betrayal, or has the damage already been done? Throughout this emotional journey, every conversation, reaction, and revelation keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. Stay with us until the very end because this story takes unexpected turns that you won't want to miss. If you enjoy celebrity news, relationship drama, and the latest entertainment updates, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload. And remember, as with many stories involving public figures, new information can emerge over time, so it's always worth keeping an open mind as events continue to develop. For years, Yandy and Mendeecees have been viewed as one of reality television's most talked about couples. Their relationship has survived public scrutiny, personal challenges, and countless rumors that seem determined to test the strength of their bond. Fans have watched them celebrate milestones together, overcome obstacles, and repeatedly promise to fight for their family no matter what life threw their way. But sometimes, even the strongest relationships reach a moment when difficult questions can no longer be ignored. That moment appeared to arrive when speculation surrounding Erica began spreading online. Social media users started sharing theories, reposting old clips, and creating dramatic narratives that quickly gained attention. As often happens in the digital age, rumors traveled faster than facts, and before long, thousands of people were discussing the situation as though every claim had already been confirmed. For Yandy, the constant online conversation became impossible to escape. Every time she opened her phone, another post seemed to appear. Another video, another opinion, another person claiming they knew what had happened behind closed doors. While many of these stories lacked reliable evidence, they continued to attract attention simply because they involved familiar public figures. Living under a public spotlight means that personal struggles rarely remain private. When celebrities experience relationship challenges, millions of strangers often feel invited to comment, speculate, and choose sides. Every facial expression becomes a headline. Every interview is analyzed. Every social media post is examined for hidden meaning. That pressure can be overwhelming. According to those following the story online, rumors involving Erica became one of the biggest talking points. Some claimed there had been major developments behind the scenes, while others insisted the entire situation was being exaggerated. The problem? No one seemed to agree on what was actually true. As the speculation intensified, supporters of each person involved defended their favorite personalities. Comment sections filled with heated debates. Some believed Yandy deserved complete honesty regardless of how painful it might be. Others argued that people should avoid jumping to conclusions without verified information. Meanwhile, curiosity only continued growing. People wanted answers. They wanted clarity. Most importantly, they wanted to hear directly from those involved rather than relying on anonymous online accounts. Behind every rumor, however, exists another reality that often gets forgotten. These are real people with real emotions. No matter how famous someone becomes, public attention does not erase heartbreak, confusion, disappointment, or fear. When deeply personal matters become trending topics, the emotional toll can become incredibly difficult to manage. For Yandy, emotions reportedly reached a point where silence no longer felt like an option. Instead of allowing unanswered questions to continue building, she wanted a direct conversation. Not with strangers. Not through headlines. Not through social media. But face-to-face. Anyone who has ever experienced uncertainty inside a relationship understands how emotionally exhausting unanswered questions can become. Sometimes the imagination creates even worse scenarios than reality itself. Other times, avoiding difficult conversations only allows misunderstandings to grow larger. Communication becomes essential. Yet communication is often easier said than done, especially when emotions are already running high. Friends close to situations like these often encourage both patience and honesty. They know conversations fueled entirely by anger rarely produce satisfying answers. At the same time, pretending everything is fine rarely solves underlying problems. Finding that balance can be incredibly difficult. As online discussions continued expanding, many fans began revisiting old interviews, television episodes, and public appearances involving Yandy and Mendeecees. Viewers searched for moments they believed hinted at hidden tension. Some pointed toward body language. Others referenced previous disagreements. Still others suggested that ordinary relationship struggles had been misunderstood because of the intense public attention surrounding the couple. This happens frequently with celebrities. Small disagreements that many couples experience privately become enormous stories once cameras and audiences become involved. Context is often lost. Speculation replaces certainty. Entertainment replaces facts. Still, public curiosity remained stronger than ever. Everyone wanted to know whether there was genuine trouble or simply another internet rumor spiraling beyond reality. As anticipation continued building, supporters hoped honesty would eventually replace speculation. Regardless of what the truth might be, many agreed on one thing. Transparency would likely help end much of the confusion. At the center of every conversation remained one important question. Could trust survive another challenge? Trust is one of the most valuable parts of any relationship. It takes years to build, only moments to damage, and sometimes even longer to repair. Whether couples live ordinary lives or appear on television, rebuilding trust requires honesty, accountability, patience, and consistent actions over time. Words alone are rarely enough. That reality made this developing situation especially emotional for longtime supporters who had watched Yandy and Mendeecees build their family over many years. Many viewers remembered previous hardships the couple had already overcome. They admired the resilience both had demonstrated through difficult seasons. Because of that history, some believed they would eventually overcome this latest controversy as well. Others weren't so certain. The uncertainty itself became part of the story. Questions continued circulating. Would everything be explained? Would misunderstandings finally be cleared up? Or would new revelations create even greater complications? No one knew for certain. As emotions continued rising, one thing became increasingly obvious. The conversation everyone had been waiting for could no longer be postponed. Yandy wanted answers, not vague explanations, not carefully worded public statements. Real answers. The kind that can only happen during an honest conversation between two people who have shared years of memories together. For Mendeecees, that meant facing difficult questions directly. Whether those answers would bring healing or create even more heartbreak remained impossible to predict. Relationships often reach defining moments where everything seems to hang in the balance. This appeared to be one of those moments. Supporters across social media waited anxiously, hoping clarity would finally replace confusion. Some expected emotional tears. Others anticipated shocking revelations. Many simply hoped that respect and honesty would guide whatever happened next. Because regardless of fame or public attention, every relationship deserves the opportunity for truth. As the long-awaited confrontation drew closer, emotions were already running at their highest point. Neither side could ignore the questions any longer. Neither side could avoid the conversation forever. And once they finally sat down together, nothing would ever feel quite the same again. As news and speculation continued spreading across social media, one thing became increasingly clear. People weren't just talking about a celebrity relationship. They were debating trust, communication, and the impact of living life in the public eye. Every new post seemed to generate thousands of comments. Some viewers believed the rumors deserved serious attention, while others urged everyone to wait for verified information before reaching conclusions. The internet had become divided. For Yandy, the biggest challenge wasn't simply the rumors themselves. It was the emotional weight of seeing complete strangers discuss deeply personal matters as if they had first-hand knowledge. Anyone who has ever had their private life become public, even on a much smaller scale, knows how overwhelming that can feel. Friends, supporters, and commentators all had different opinions. Some encouraged Yandy to focus only on facts. Others advised her to protect her peace by stepping away from social media for a while. Many pointed out that online discussions often reward the most dramatic version of a story rather than the most accurate one. Meanwhile, Mendeecees also found himself facing intense public scrutiny. Every interview, every social media post, and every public appearance was examined for hidden meaning. A simple photo could spark hundreds of theories. A short caption could become the subject of dozens of reaction videos. That level of attention is one of the realities of celebrity life. As days passed, fans began revisiting the couple's journey from the very beginning. They remembered the obstacles they had overcome together and the moments that made so many people admire their relationship. Supporters asked an important question. Could years of commitment be overshadowed by rumors that had not been fully verified? It was a question without an easy answer. Relationships are built on communication, honesty, and consistency, not on headlines or trending hashtags. Many relationship experts often point out that trust isn't maintained by avoiding difficult conversations. Instead, it's strengthened when both people are willing to listen, speak honestly, and work through challenges together. Whether famous or not, every couple eventually faces moments that test their bond. For Yandy and Mendeecees, the pressure was magnified because millions of people were watching. Some fans criticized the culture of instant judgment on social media. They argued that the internet often encourages people to pick sides before all the facts are available. Others reminded viewers that public figures deserve fairness, just like anyone else. As the discussion continued, attention slowly shifted away from the rumors themselves and toward a bigger conversation about privacy. How much of a celebrity's personal life should be open for public debate? Where is the line between public interest and personal boundaries? Those questions don't have simple answers. One thing, however, became obvious. The story had become much bigger than a single headline. It had become a reminder of how quickly speculation can spread and how difficult it can be to separate fact from opinion. Supporters continued hoping that, whatever the truth might be, it would come directly from those involved rather than through anonymous online posts. Until then, many chose to wait rather than assume. Because sometimes, patience reveals more than rumors ever can. Before you go, we want to hear your opinion. After watching this video, what do you think about everything that's been said? Do you believe relationships can survive intense public pressure, or do you think constant rumors make that almost impossible? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read as many of them as we can, and your perspective could be featured in a future video. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more of the latest celebrity news, entertainment updates, relationship stories, and trending topics, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. We bring you fresh content covering the biggest stories everyone is talking about, while keeping you updated as new information becomes available. Remember, stories involving public figures can change as more details emerge, so it's always a good idea to wait for verified information before reaching conclusions. That's why we aim to keep you informed and encourage respectful discussion. If there's another celebrity story, interview, or trending topic you'd like us to cover next, drop the name in the comments. Your suggestions help shape future videos, and we love hearing what our community wants to watch. Finally, don't forget to share this video with your friends and family so they can join the conversation too. The more voices we have, the more interesting the discussion becomes. Thanks for watching and for being part of our amazing community. Until next time, Stay curious, stay respectful, and keep coming back for more entertainment news, celebrity updates, and the hottest trending stories. We'll see you in the next feed.